Good morning. This is Albert Perez with the Fulshear Katy Area Chamber of Commerce coming to you live with yet another interview with one of our newest members that is now open for business. Can you tell where I am? Doesn't ring a bell, huh? How about here? Might be getting a clue. We are at Clint's Guns and Ammo right here in Fulshear, Katy, Texas. And of course I have with me right here, Mr. Clint himself.
Hello.
Glad to finally get a chance to to take a look at the stock that you have. So wanted to get a chance as you are preparing for our rope cutting, welcoming you to the community here in another week, I believe,
August
on the 17th. That's
yes,
right.
yes.
That's right. So that'll be a big deal here at Clint's Guns and Ammo. Clint, give them the address here again.
Yeah, we are located at 29255 FM 1093, Building 7D. But once you get here, you'll see us.
Good.
Here in Fulshear.
Any particular landmarks that are around here to help them find you?
Well, we're sort of across the street from Cross Creek subdivision. Not
Okay.
exactly, but we're very close to it. And if you all know where the police station used to be, this is the exact place.
Okay. Very good. Very good. Don't have any forgotten prisoners here, do you?
No.
None?
Sure don't. They didn't leave me any.
Very good. Well, tell us, walk us around. I mean, let's see again the type of inventory and the type of shop that you are here.
Wonderful. We've got quite a bit of stuff now, and we're going to increase it as time goes on, because we sell new guns, we sell used guns, we even consign guns. We work on guns. We do have a gunsmith here, and so if you've got some things you'd like to have done to your gun, or something just not working right on it, we can work on that for you. But we'll start off here. We've got several different optics and some red dots, lights for your pistols. I'm going direct with Vortex, so you will be seeing Vortex in here very, very soon. Leupold as well. So we're getting some upper end optics in very, very soon.
Okay.
We sell an assortment of knives, quite a bit of knives, and our main seller right now is Cobra Tech. It's an out the front type of knife. Let's grab this one, and just in and out.
Okay.
Yep, dual action. And they're made here in Texas by a company called Cobra Tech.
Okay.
We've got
Texas product. That's good.
Yes, and we've got our higher end knives over here on this side. This is your Protex, and this is Black Crow.
Mm-hmm.
It's a fixed blade Damascus. This is Texas made too.
Nice.
But the Protex, these are just amazing knives.
What would you say that kind of gives them the higher quality of a knife?
Well, for these in particular, it's the marksmanship of how precise they've put everything together, and it's the type of steel, and there's a lifetime warranty as well.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is my hog.
All right.
And as I said, we sell new and used guns.
Yep. Taking a look at this big old knife down here, or cleaver, whatever. Sure.
For example,
Yep.
this 300 blackout, it's a used gun. It came in on Friday. I'm going to be pushing this one on Facebook today.
Yep.
The person that sold it to us, he only put 150 rounds through it. But you're getting it for almost half the price as you would one of these brand new ones on there, and it's a fine gun.
Nice. And so what? Tell me. I mean, you said a blackout, but
It's a 300 blackout.
300.
Yes, it's not your. It is an AR-15.
Right.
But it's not your standard 223 5.56. It is a different caliber. It's a 300 blackout. It's a bigger bullet.
Right. 300.
Blackout.
No. But the 300 is the caliber.
It's a 30 caliber.
30 caliber.
So
Okay.
same size of bullet as a 30-06.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Very good.
But in the AR platform.
Right.
And Glocks, SIGs, Rugers. We've got a Texas Glock here with the Alamo on it.
Nice. Nice.
They come in all kinds of formats. For anybody that's a big Florida fan, we've got a Florida one there.
Oh yeah.
And then we got the M18s.
Any Floridians out there? I know I've got some extended family out in Florida. And you got obviously all the accessories that you can put on the guns. Like I see the light down on that one. I think I saw also some lasers as well.
So we added this light can go on or off, depending on if you want to take it. But this one's got a blue light on it, and a light, the blue laser.
Okay.
But there's so many options.
Right. That's a cool color.
Yeah, it is. This is this is what the military is currently using. Actually, this is the M17. This is a civilian version. So during World War I, World War II, you had 1911s, and then they moved to the Beretta during Desert Storm, and now this is the military. This is what the gun is. This is what the military is using now, and it's the SIG M17.
Nice.
And it's a nice gun.
Very good. You got some old standards.
And yes,
Your
got revolvers.
reliables.
As I was mentioning, the 1911.
Good Lord.
This is what the military used during World War I and World War
Okay.
II. They come in all kinds of colors, but that's the 1911. Now you Walking Dead fans out there, this is the gun that Rick Grimes carries.
Yeah.
It's carried in the series. This is the Colt Python 357. This is what I don't have it on me now, but I normally carry it in here too. It's probably my favorite gun at this moment.
Really?
It changes.
Really? That's like a cannon in your hand, huh?
So
Very good. Very good. And I see even, looking at, kind of going back across, I see you've got obviously tons of AR style, rifles.
yes.
I see some older models, even with the bayonet affixed to it.
Yes, this is a Mosin Nagant. It's a Russian gun. The Russians made, well, there was Polish, there was Russians, Czechs, but there's different versions of this. But the Russians made 80 million of these.
Wow.
And this was used during World War I, World War II, and even some countries are still using this gun in the
Really?
military. I don't know which ones, but some of your smaller countries with small armies, they'll still use this gun. But yeah, it does have the bayonet. Every Mosin Nagant has the date right there, and I think this one's in 1942. I can't quite see it because the Picatinny rail is in the way. But there's a 1916 one up here, a 1946 one, and a 1942.
Got it. Nice. And see, obviously, again, other rifles for general hunting purposes.
Shotguns, rifles.
Yep, shotguns for all your bird hunters out there. I also saw you had. We'll come back to that in just a minute. But I also saw you had some. I guess you call it home defense or tactical
Yeah.
shotguns.
Call it both, yes. These will be very good for your house, particularly ones with a shorter barrel, because in home protection you don't really want a longer barrel, because
Right.
that's just something that a bad guy can grab.
Right.
The shorter the barrel, the better.
Right. Now, is there a minimum length on the barrels by I don't know, the authority that regulates all of this?
Well, there are, for example, anything that's 16 inches or longer is considered a rifle.
Okay.
And anything less than that is considered a pistol. So, for example, on your ARs, this is a pistol.
Yep.
This is a rifle.
Yep.
So it's really all that changes it is the size of the barrel.
Got it.
And so there's a process that you can go through for short barrel rifle, which is going through class 3 licensing, but you don't really have to do that with the pistols. The pistols kind of did away with the SBRs, but they're still around. People still go through the SBR process, but for the most part, you don't have to with a pistol.
Got it. Got it. And so how does this guy work in home defense?
Don't get in its way. It might be a little bit warm.
Yes.
So that is our flamethrower,
Right.
and it does shoot out to 25 feet. So you fill the top part up with gas. You've got a propane canister that goes there. There's a battery in there for the ignition. And other than that, once it's ready, it's ready. You just pull the trigger.
Pull the trigger. Would that be considered fully automatic?
Fully hot.
Fully hot.
Clint, tell us a little bit about, how did you get into this industry?
Well, I've always been a gun lover. I've always had several, and I lived in Europe for a while and couldn't have any guns over there.
Really?
Right. Couldn't even have a BB gun.
Wow.
So in the country
I didn't know that.
So even the country that I was living in. So when I moved back in 2009, first place I went to was one of the big box stores, and I exercised my freedom and bought a gun within the first week I was back.
Nice.
It was such a good feeling.
Yep.
But I was in the accounting industry, the auditing industry for since 2000.
Okay.
And so good 20-something years of going around the world auditing financials, processes, internal controls, Sarbanes-Oxley testing. And but as I said, I traveled a lot.
Right.
I've been in 33 countries, and I just really wanted to stay put. I wanted to be home.
Yeah.
And so I started thinking about ways to be able to do that, and I wanted to be an entrepreneur. I wanted to have my own business. And at the time in 2018, when I was really trying to find a business to purchase, it came down to 4 different companies at the time. 2 of them happened to be flooring companies.
Okay.
The other one was a pizza place, and then there was the gun store. Well, all the other 3 fell out, and the gun store is the one that stuck, and that's the one I wanted in the first place.
Okay.
So it worked out really well. So we had a store in Old Katy,
Yep.
and we ran it for 2 years, and then I went. Perfect timing. It had nothing to do with COVID, but in December of 19, I closed the store, and then I went online for the next 3.5 years.
Right.
And so during that time, I was able to run Clint's Guns and Ammo online for 3.5 years, and also do corporate contracts. So I would do a 6-month contract for this company, do a 3-month contract for that, get to take a couple months off, because the business enabled me to be able to do that.
Right.
But after a while, and COVID was winding down, I really wanted to get back into the general public. There's a sense of satisfaction seeing somebody take off, leave with a happy customer, a happy experience with the purchase of a gun.
Yeah.
And so that's one of my goals, is to get as many good people out there with a gun.
Yep. good people is
Good people was the key word.
yeah, good people and legal people.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So that actually just spurred a thought with me because I know that obviously there's a lot of forces out there that are trying to stem our Second Amendment. So I mean the processes of somebody applying to either get a gun for the first time or perhaps add to their guns. I mean, tell us just real quick a little bit about that process.
Okay, so the process is relatively simple. If you have a license to carry, it's a lot simpler because you've already gone through a formal background check with the FBI. So you're just carrying around a little card that says license to carry. And with that license, you can just come in here and purchase this gun as if it was a candy bar. You fill out the form, but you've already been through the background check.
Got it.
Now, if you don't have a license to carry, then you'll fill out what's called the Form 4473, and then I will go log into the NICS website, which is FBI, enter the information. Now, the information that the NICS or FBI are getting, they're only able to know that it was a long gun or a short gun. They don't have the serial number. They don't have the type of gun. They just know who was applying for it and whether or not it was a long gun or a short gun.
Right.
Because there's no national database.
Got it.
As an FFL, which is what I am, I'm required to keep that information. Now, if the FBI or ATF ever wants specific information on a particular gun that may have been involved in a crime that happened to come through this store, then I'm expected to have those records and give them that information.
Okay.
But the process is relatively simple. Whenever I do the background check, the results can come back instantly.
Right.
Sometimes they come back in 15 minutes. Sometimes it's a day. Sometimes I won't get a response.
Right.
And if I don't get a response, there's a Brady transfer date, and that stems was it Jim Brady, I think, Reagan's press secretary.
Okay.
But it comes. The history of that is from him.
Okay.
And but on the Brady transfer date, then I can legally transfer that gun over.
Okay.
Now, there's one case that I have right now. The person is under 21, so under 21, there's different circumstances that take place. And in this case, I haven't received a response yet, other than the response on Friday, which means we're going to delay it a little bit further.
Need more time.
Need more time.
Right.
And so under 21s, they look at a lot more.
Got it.
But I typically don't sell many guns to people under 21. It's very, very rare.
I can imagine more gifts for people like that. The first gun from father's son or something of that nature than necessarily them taking the bull by the horns.
Right.
And taking ownership. So kudos to whoever that person is. What about? I assume that, and I like to assume out loud so I can be corrected, right? So the guns, you have to go through that process, but flamethrowers, so what is that like? Just come and pick it out and take it home?
Just take it home.
Take it.
There's no regulations in Texas over flamethrowers.
Yeah.
There are in other states. California, I think you have to have a certain license, and I think Maryland, I could be getting my states wrong, but Maryland, you can't purchase one at all. But those are the two states that I think have any restrictions on the flamethrower.
Got it. Okay. So from accounting to the gun world, and this is your other location was not as big as this, correct?
Correct. It was an okay, quite a bit smaller.
Yeah. So give us also maybe if you've thought this far. I'm just kind of curious. I know we haven't had this conversation, so apologize if it's coming out of left field. But I'm curious. I mean, what is your plans long term for Clint's Guns and Ammo?
Well, the first thing is to let everybody know that I'm here, and
right.
So you can come visit me. But I'm going to be bringing in additional products. I will be going back with Benelli. I used to be a Benelli dealer. I'll do that again. Stoger, Benchmade knives. I'm going to bring them in here, and I've already mentioned in a previous video that we're bringing in Vortex probably next week. Hopefully, That's a big deal to me.
Right.
But I want to get into I'm looking for a distributor out there that will sell me corn protein, because I've got plenty of space I got storage space where I can put pallets of corn out there. So that way I can more become a one-stop shop, and people can come in here and on their way to their lease or their property and pick up corn.
Right.
In addition to ammo, they don't have to make another stop to a big box store or anything like that.
That's good. That's a great idea.
And the second thing that I miss a lot about having a storefront is being out in the public. I do love charity events. I do like attending them. I like participating in them, and I just get a real high out of going to those and knowing that the thing that either you're contributing or somebody's bidding on is going to a great benefit.
Right. Well, speaking of organizations like that, are you involved in other organizations outside of just the Chamber of Commerce?
Yes, there's a company, an organization called AMP. I don't know what AMP stands for, but they hold a charity event twice a year. One is a golf tournament, and the other one's a skeet tournament, and it's twice a year. And the next one is coming up in a couple weeks, and so I'm not going to go to that one. Although I've been to several of them, the guns are coming from me, but one of my employees is going to go in my presence.
Right. In your stead.
In my stead, yes.
Yeah.
He's got a little bit of a different personality, so this is an experiment for me. I want to see how he handles it.
Yeah.
And because he's a whole different personality than me.
Don't leak it out. Don't leak it out.
So, but he's going to have fun. The people are going to enjoy him, and hopefully, bring a lot of them in here.
Yeah. One thing I noticed when we came in to start this video that you also have emergency rations. I say rations, but so food. In the case of you're traveling or you can't get out, buy something, whatever. You're snowed in, whatever. You've got resources. You got food. So I thought that was interesting and inappropriate, really, at all the same time. Tell me a little bit about that company. How'd you connect with them?
Well, they're through my distributor, one of my distributors.
Okay.
And Sport South is the distributor. But online, I've been selling a bunch of that for a few years.
Okay.
And I just felt it was appropriate to bring it in here, and so far it's worked out pretty good. I had 6 in here, 6 of those buckets last week, and some guy came in about 3 just on Thursday.
Yep.
So it's just something else to, if you want to be prepared for some emergency. We all got caught by Hurricane Harvey, and a lot of people at that time wish they would have had something like that. So it's just nice to have. And I have one at my country property that I hunt on, and I eat on it all the time. It's nice. Good food.
Well, one of the things that, you bring out like hurricanes and emergencies and things of that nature, a lot of times the big run at the grocery stores are water and what else?
Water, food, toilet paper.
Toilet paper. How many rolls of toilet paper come in that thing?
I don't think so.
Yep. It's an emergency situation, right?
It is.
So you gotta make sure you're not, grabbing the wrong leaf when you're out there, right? So anyway. But anyway, I am really glad that you got your store open, and I know I can speak for a lot of our members in the chamber. We are really happy to see you open, and looking forward to the success that the community, Fulshear, Katy, Richmond, everything that's around us, that would come out and support. Local business owner following a dream to share, his love about the gun industry. So, anything else that you like to add?
I would. I just want to say thanks to the chamber. We've known each other for 6 years at my old store.
Right.
And then I kind of went away for 3.5 years, but even during that 3.5 years, I was still talking to Don McCoy And even though I wasn't a member, he was still giving me advice and
Right.
fully supporting me.
Right?
And he kept encouraging me to come to Fulshear.
Mm-hmm.
And ever since I've been here, the whole chamber and all the wranglers and everybody's been so supportive. And
Yeah.
I can't do this by myself. You need others, and you need a team of people. And I appreciate everything y'all doing for me.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I know one of the other gentlemen that I think is pretty prominent in that same genre. It would be Brian Capolongo.
Yes.
You know, and his group of guys, gals over at KBC. Again, we're glad to see you open, and I just can't wish you enough success. All right.
Thanks a lot.
All right, buddy.
Thank you.
All right.